I'm never going to fold on. I will never. Also, come on, Steiny, respectfully, you know I like you. Aiden Ross is King Jew. Aiden Ross is King Jew. You can't take that title. You have not earned it yet.
You're Jewish?
You knew this.
And never gamble.
That's why you're here, damage control.
No, no.
Is that not why you're here, for damage control?
No.
There's no other reason you'd agree to do this.
No. Steiny, you and I are old friends. If you think I'm here for damage control, I'm going to walk out here right now.
No, I know you're not here for that. I know.
I have no damage control to try and partake in. Firstly, because that's not how I operate. Secondly, I didn't put on the song.
Right.
And if the world's upset that I said I didn't put it on, well, that's their problem.
Okay.
I'm happy being the bad guy. I've been the bad guy my whole life.
Then don't apologize. Like, being, if you're the bad guy, then why are you going on a Cope tour? This is like, you know, people go on world tours. They go to visit all these tour dates and everything. He has tour dates to apologize on Jew podcasts. If you're going to be the villain, then own it and just say it's a song. Don't bend under no pressure. Don't fold and apologize to PBD. Gay, I'm a numbers guy. Gay, Andrew. The song was offensive. Gay, and I'm a numbers guy. Gay, this is if you need money, this is gonna hurt you. Don't fold.
I don't give a f. People like me, dislike me. I don't care who turns on me. None of that matters. I've always been the bad guy. But I'm not here for damage control. Okay. I've explained the scenario over and over again. Would you like me to start again?
Well, let's make one thing clear. We're both kind of like the villain roles. I'm kind of the bad guy too. Do you not think so?
Why are you the bad guy?
Do I not give off that villain, like stay away from this guy, like intimidation? At all?
A little bit. Stay away from this guy. I mean, if we're gonna follow the Matan Evans show when that girl screamed into your face, you could say that. I don't know. Is Steiny the villain? Chad, is Steiny the real brand risk?
Oh, seriously. I'm more of a villain than a hero, right?
100% Steiny.
Okay, so let's go through the situation because...
Are you actually Jewish?
Yes.
Dude, his name is Aaron Steinberg. Like, he's lying already. You knew this. He knows this. Why is he? You know why he's lying is because he doesn't want to make it seem like he's going on all the podcasts run by Jews to cover up and to do damage control when they're calling him an anti-Semite.
Is that okay with you?
You know what? World? Yes.
There we go. That's a step in the right direction.
It's okay with me. No, but it's always been okay with me.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Like, who gives a f? Like, having disagreeable views about the government of Israel and saying that committing a genocide is absolutely disgusting and that they have too much control over the American government, ADL is completely unchecked. All of these things are different than I hate every single Jewish person on the planet.
Absolutely.
They're different
100%.
things. They're different things.
And speaking on that, I think that's the perception of the common folk, is that when people speak on those topics, they put everybody together. So that's why there's so much anti-Semitism right now. As you've said, you've seen recently, you talked to Bradley about it, and you said it's way too high right now.
Yeah, I mean, but also, there's a lot of stupid people who believe that if you are unhappy with Israel, you should be prepared to not talk to any Jewish person ever again and be a genuine anti-Semite, and we should fire up the gas chambers. And then there's a lot of...
This is the same Cope we heard in this entire world tour. It's the same playbook. I don't know who on his team told him this. Nobody's saying fire up the gas chambers. Nobody's saying kill anybody. Like, nobody is advocating for that. And he starts every show by saying this to try to paint a new narrative. And what it's really doing is because he's placing the blame on me, he's insinuating that that's what I'm saying. And no, my community is called Love Speech. No, we don't want to put people, what are you talking about? When have I ever said that? Abba and Preach want to talk to you? Yeah, I heard about that, but I know that they have an issue with Myron. And although people are saying, I saw people in the community are saying, you know, there's double standards because they're putting out hit pieces on the Fresh Info channel about me. You know, so the fact that I'm not doing that. So I'll speak to Myron and see what he thinks. But yeah.
Stupid Jewish people who say that criticizing the Israeli government is anti-Semitic, which is causing this.
Yeah.
They're causing it by saying this ridiculousness. If I criticize Keir Starmer, and trust me, it's all I ever do. If I criticize the British government, do I hate English people?
No.
No, of course not. But the English person is not going to say, you criticize Keir Starmer, so you hate all English people. He's going to say, you hate the English government. So all this conflation is coming from both sides. Truthfully, you know, what I will say is that everybody says the Jews have a lot of power in America. And where I've been living in Romania and Dubai for so long, I mean, I believed it, I knew it, I studied it, I talked about it, I understood all of these things. But the fact that I went to a nightclub and somebody else played a song and it's become an international incident just proves that it's ridiculous.
This is what I want to say about that. I saw you and Tristan in the clip. I've known you guys now for 5 years. We met in Croatia, which is crazy to think about. You for sure knew I was Jewish, probably by the way I looked, my size, my unathletic ability. But you were not
money.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys were so respectful to me every single time I'd met you. whether it was in Croatia, Dubai, back here in America. So when I saw that clip, you guys did look out of place. But with that being said, you still all did agree to group together and do the stream. So that was obviously a possibility that something could go wrong.
I don't think so. I actually think the lesson here for me, because I'm a full-grown man, I'm always trying to draw lessons from it. My lesson here is not anything to do with internet or what they think or comments or people's opinions of me. My lesson doesn't come from the song. My lesson doesn't come from the backlash, none of those things. My lesson here is to stick to my morals about avoiding.
Could someone send me the link when he was talking on the podcast last year about how apologizing would sell him out? How apologizing is what they want. We watched it yesterday.
People. There's a particular person in that group who everyone's saying I sold out. His name is Sneaky, and he's a piece of and he deliberately did something to get clicks for his views, not understanding it's going to put me in jail. And why should I hang around with people who will put me in jail for their clicks? Would you hang around with someone who would do something which is going to put you in a...
You invited me to the party, dude. Like, you said I should come. You told Clav that, yeah, and then you were nothing but nice in person. You said you wanted to do a video. You said you were friends. You said there was no issue. And then you go to all these podcasts, and it's a completely different tone. It's just so...
So they can get views on the internet.
No, honestly, I thought you might be doing something to me when you were pulling up here, but now I know you're in here, I feel okay.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, that's just a piece of move.
Well, you guys have been...
But that doesn't make... that kind of person is not your friend. You don't owe them any kind of loyalty at all.
Right.
They're a bad person. And
so he's saying the reason that he's justified in snaking...
You need to learn the truth about Hitler, the Holocaust, and the Nazi Party. The Holocaust was a myth/World War II propaganda. Hitler banned porn, ended usury, raided Freemasonic lodge.
Yeah, I see people saying this. At the end of the day, the shit's over. It happened. Let's focus on what's happening right now. You say, oh, Hitler was this, Hitler was that. Whatever, it's over. He's dead. The Nazis are done. Doesn't exist. Germany's different. World War II is over. Regardless, it's like harping on the flat earth forever. Even if the earth is flat, how does that change your life? It doesn't. So let's talk about what's affecting our lives now. What we could use our influence and our voice for now, right? We're getting subverted by Israel. All of our money's going there. They're trying to bring us into war with Iran. Let's talk about what's relevant. This is just like these conversations, these schizo conversations, they don't push the needle. They don't benefit anything.
Karma will deal with him. And I should have known better. When Clav and Nick said, we want to bring SNEAKO, I said 5 times, I don't like him, he's weird. And I was proved right. So the lesson here is to stick to my morals and avoid pieces. He's going to have to live the rest of his life insignificant.
Is he the only person to blame in the situation?
I don't know if it's about...
If I'm insignificant, you wouldn't be on a podcast tour justifying snaking me. If I'm insignificant, then this wouldn't be an issue and you talk about something pressing. You could talk about Minneapolis. You could talk about war in Iran. You could talk about so many... You could talk about the Matrix. But the reason you're doing this is because I am significant, is because I have influence, because people are turning on you. The reason that you block me is because I'm racing you at every post. Because you're coping for the fact that everybody's calling me top G now. I'm top G. That's significance. I'm not even the person. I don't care about viewers. I don't care about money. This stuff doesn't matter to me. Yes, it career-wise, but the ultimate goal is something much bigger. Right, but you doing this is like, okay, I'm more famous, so it's fine. He's a bad person, so I could snake him. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You didn't have that energy to my face. Everybody saw it. Everybody's seeing that you're fraudulent. This is what a snake is.
Blame. I don't blame. I'm saying that I wanted to avoid that particular person. He was the one to put on the song.
And now, again, I wanted to avoid him, but you didn't, guy. You didn't. You told me to come. You're retracting consent right now. It's like, just like the girls that are accusing you of human trafficking, they'll sleep with you and say, I regret it, so I retract consent, and now it's great. No, that's not how it works. You agreed to it. Sorry. That's not how it works. You invited me. You enjoyed the song when it was there. You were turning up. Tristan was having a fucking blast when it was playing. And now it's the worst thing ever, and you apologize. That's not how it works.
He's been the one kicking up a fuss ever since. He's the one who keeps, making these clips. This whole subject to me is boring.
Yeah.
It's been 12 days. Like, who gives a...
Right.
But yeah, the lesson here for me is avoid pieces of people, and he can continue to make his streams and insult me and say what he wants to say, and I'll continue to do big, important...
Again, and then he goes on more, he can insult me and do this and do content. You're doing content about it. You're insulting me. You just called me a piece of shit. And then, but he's good.
Myron is such an idiot. He calls people stupid, yet because of his antics he ruined everyone's friendships and put all you guys in this situation. Bro needs to learn how to read the room. Childish.
No, Myron's not stupid. Myron's not stupid, but There's something to say about professionalism and optics.
Things in big business and be one of the most well-known people on the planet.
Yeah.
And our paths will go different ways, and I'll matter and he won't. And he can sit there in his little New York apartment.
So my last comment on
I'm in Miami, little bro. You live in Romania, which is a third world country, and you're going to talk. New York City is extremely expensive. I live in my apartment in Manhattan is a penthouse, is a balcony. It's like, this is such a stupid. I'm rich. You're broke. I'm wealthy in what matters. I'm wealthy in principle. I'm wealthy in my morals, in my beliefs, and what's right. That's why I'm top G. Top G has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with status, this stuff. Being top G is about what's in here, heart. That's why you're doing this Cope tour. And if this is what makes you who you are, if money and status and wealth and fame, first off, it's not 2022 anymore, little bro. It's not. Cobra, it's not. You don't have the influence that you once had. Everybody knows it. I'm not going to say you fell off because I don't like that rhetoric, but it's just, let's be real, it's not the same anymore. Back then, you would have been on the Nelk show. Now you're with Steiny by himself. I like Steiny. This is the side podcast compared to Full Send. It's not the same rhetoric. If this is 2022, you'd be having this conversation on Joe Rogan. Like, and now you're at the point you're going to probably pop up on the Matan Evans show.